Yes, guys, welcome back to SFeatleyTV, and we're here for a preview to Arsenal's game against Leicester. And I'm joined by none other than Chris from Leicester Till I Die TV. How you doing, my friend?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
I'm doing a lot better than Poch's this evening.
Well, I mean, yeah, he's on his way to United, isn't he? You know.
I told you the Spurs tradition has a virus, right?
Hmm.
And he's been infected with that virus.
Well,
Right?
Man United love a loser, don't they? So they'll. He's obviously the best choice. I mean,
Yeah,
you've sacked a manager that got you to second and fourth. You've replaced him with a superb tactician, apparently, but only on a temporary basis. Let's not forget that's currently got you down sort of in fifth with played more games, and now you're waiting for a guy who's got probably one of the most expensive teams in the world, and they can't beat Real Madrid. Well, Man United, what can I say? Rats drain pipes quick as.
I'm trying not to laugh. Yeah, if you are a Man United fan, turn away now. Or just like violate him in the comments. Just but yes. Obviously we're here to talk about not about Man United, but about Arsenal and Leicester's game on Sunday. How are you feeling initially going into this?
To be honest with you, I wish we were playing you last year. You've turned it round. So I've just seen Niall's comment. You've turned it around from last season. It's because you're so easy to wind up, Man United fans. You bite quicker than Arsenal fans do. That's what I love. I mean, Andrew and Rich. I mean, I was just
And let's just put it this
pushing
way.
them in earlier.
Hang on, let's put it this way. It's like, and you did sell him the £80 million fridge.
Well, exactly. I mean, I was just chatting in a Southampton Matchday vlogs show, just in the chat side, and they were taking the piss because they sold us Bertrand and Vestergaard. And I went, yeah, they were rubbish, but we only paid 15 million for the pair of them. I said, 80 million for Maguire. Rest my case.
Yeah.
But no, back to the decent team, Arsenal.
Yeah, I'll just say before, we're not opening lines tonight because obviously it's late in the evening, so I'm gonna be doing it for about an hour, so not tonight. But yeah, go on.
Yeah, no, you took it last season. You took the band to the bad season, as we are taking it this season. We're having a bad season, but love him or hate him, you stuck with Arteta. He appears to have turned it around. I tell you what, I don't know whether it was yourself, but somebody asked me the other day, who do I see finishing in fourth? And I've got to be honest with you, Arsenal. I really do, and I think I am worried about the game. I'm not lying. I'm not going to lie. I very much would have sooner been playing the Arsenal from last season.
I mean, yeah, I think there's definitely been improvements from last season. I mean, last season, let's just be honest. I want to forget about that. I don't want to bring that back to a memory. But yeah, I mean, this season we've been I think it's because we've been quietly going about our business. No one really expected us to be up there in the fight for the top four.
Yeah.
And I think the main thing now is we're coming into the end stages of the season. 10 games to go, and everyone's going to start. Now everyone sees that Arsenal are in prime position for top four. The pressure's going to be on us every game. Everyone's going to be looking to us every game to see if we can keep going with the consistency that we're showing.
And I think that's normal. It's whoever was. I mean, we had it for 2 years. We said, "Oh, can Leicester keep it up? Can Leicester keep it up?" We didn't. We finished fifth both seasons, which got to be honest with you, would have been a disappointment maybe if that had happened to you. But for us as Leicester, 5th was a bloody good season, you know. So, yeah, people are going to be looking at you. And it is, I mean, Liverpool have made the title a little bit more exciting. I still think it's going to go to the blue half of Manchester. But that battle for 4th is, yeah, that's the interesting bit at the top of the table.
Yeah, I mean, top 4 is it's so difficult to call. But in terms of Leicester, do you see yourself actually getting into Europe this season, or do you think that's gone now?
You know, it's a funny season. You know, you just can't predict what is happening. You know, and once you get past Manchester, once you get past Liverpool, and then taking out sort of Norwich and what have you at the bottom and Watford, the teams are just so anybody can beat anybody on the day. You know, we can go out and beat Liverpool at home, and then the next day we'll lose to, you know, Southampton or somebody. It is a weird season. So anything can happen. You know, as they always say, it's a marathon, not a sprint, and it's not over till the fat lady sings. I mean, if we finish 10th, and seriously win the Europa Conference, which isn't out the question, then that would have been a good. You know, I'll gladly take that. I really will, because you know the last 2 seasons. Let's not be honest, we were probably punching above our weight.
Yeah,
you know, and there was only really us that was going for that position. You know, no disrespect, you were out of it, Spurs were out of it, West Ham were having a nibble. But now, you know, you've got your West Hams, you're back, Spurs are kind of back, Wolves are there. You know, there's a lot of West Ham again, a lot of teams that are now going for that you know, exclusive 4th, maybe 5th position. So I don't know. I mean, like I said, I would love to win the Conference League. I know you don't like it and what have you, but it's a trophy, it's a European Cup, and that would get us in the Europa League next season.
I mean, yeah, for sure. I mean, we just saw the table there, and Leicester in 12th, and they are off. They are now 12 points off what would be counted as Europe, because obviously 7 you get your Conference League. So
yes,
with 10 games to go, it's pretty much out of the water, unless there's been Spurs.
Well, you are talking Tottenham here, and let's be honest with you.
They did drop 12 points beforehand as well.
Yeah, they're very good at shooting themselves in the foot. Yeah, like I say, the thing is, this season for us, like it was yours last season, it's it's almost like a reality check, if you like. Like I say, we've had 2 really good seasons when. Like I say, you could say we were punching above our weight.
We've had a reality check for the last 17 years.
Yeah, and then this season, and maybe we've got to rebuild. We've got to sort of do, you know, what Fergie did at Man United, you know, and you know, or Niall, I'm going to talk Man United again. Fergie was brilliant at Man United. For those years, you were out of this world. You were the best team. Nobody could touch you for so many years. But what Fergie did, he changed his team as he went along. You know, he didn't stick with the same players. He reinvented that team 2 or 3 times during his reign. And maybe that's, you know, a lot of managers don't get the chance to do that because, let's face it, they're not really there anywhere long enough, you know. But yeah, it's I was just reading that, Ryan. Yeah, we probably do. And it depends. The big question is, because we haven't had a lot of money, but we weren't the only team that didn't buy in the January window. A lot of teams didn't buy because you're paying over the odds for players that you wouldn't probably need. And normally you'd have the money, but with COVID and everything, clubs haven't this season. So nobody did a lot of purchasing. All depends at the end of the season where we are, what Tielemans decides to do, what money we've got to spend, and we'll see. But, you know, now we've got some... Vardy got injured again. He came back. He's out for a few weeks. Yeah. We have a Daka.
There's a fucking lord out there.
Yeah, I'm sure it was you nobbling him at the half-time break.
Yeah, no doubt you'll probably juice him up on some sort of painkillers and get him to run out and score a goal.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah,
I mean?
do a drug test at the end of the game just to make sure.
Yeah, Hey, Vardy, I got some of these.
Yeah, and then
Luca, I sent you the link, man. You were supposed to be here 10 minutes ago.
Now then, if Luca's coming in, I'm not standing for any arguments between you two.
No. I'm just saying,
off.
15 minutes. It's 15 minutes into the stream already. It's 12 minutes into the stream already, and he's late. Like, come on.
Yeah, but we've got that. So you got Vardy is injured again. Fofana was supposed to be back, and now he's gone and got COVID. I give up. And that is our season. I mean, we've had 9 defenders injured at some point during the season. 9, and a lot of those were like 2 or 3 at the same time. That sort of sums up our season. Like I said, and then you've got 2 players coming back. One Reed does his knee in, and the other one gets bloody COVID. So what? God, somebody up there does not like us. I'll tell you what, this season. You've been getting too, it's UEFA. You've been getting too good, Leicester. We don't want you getting into the Champions League again. No. Remember your place. Get back down.
Yeah. So Luca, I've sent you the goddamn link. It's not hard to miss. And you're 15. I sent you the link. So
Luca, don't forget, I'm on your show tomorrow at 5. Last time you forgot I was on, and then you did ask me to remind you tomorrow that you're on my show on Friday at 7.
Mate, don't worry, I'll remember, because he's already asked.
Give him a kick.
Yeah, he's asked me to be on, and I'm like, well, I don't know if I'm back at 5. I don't know if I'm finishing my F1 stream at 5, and you want me on at 5 as well. Jesus. Vardy comes back, plays Burnley, his goals was, I think it's, but then back out again. Yeah, unfortunately, thanks, mate.
It's life, mate. That's life, Dan. You're going down with the Norwich.
Jesus Christ. So yeah, I mean, how would you say, like, I mean, in terms of Rodgers, he's had it pretty tough this season.
Yep.
Do you feel that the fans still trust it? Still have that trust in him? Or...
Do you know what? I mean, I took the we out of you last season, and I've taken the we out of Man United this season because...
You still fucking do.
Yeah, well, it's easy targets, like I say. But no, all joking apart, it's very much the attitude of, last season it was the fans that we're Arsenal, Maddison will walk barefoot over glass to come and play for us. Yeah, how did that go? Man United, yeah, we're this big club because we won everything under Fergie. It's actually been nearly 5 years since you won a trophy, Man United. So, yes, we do. I forgot what the question is now. That's what was the question?
You said, do you still have trust in?
Oh yeah, in Brendan, yeah.
And
a lot, we're starting to get 1 or 2 of those fickle fans, John, that saying, Rodgers out and what have you. It would be stupid. We got him in to do a long-term deal. To come in and have a long-term plan.
You can take one out of Spurs, but you can't take the Spurs out of the man. Trust me, Man United, we found your manager, man. We found your manager.
But
mate, if I'm just wanting to sign the deal from Man United, I'm just going to pop the popcorn and let's go.
But no, I mean, yeah, some fans wanted him out, but he's here. You can't get someone and say, right, we want you to do a long-term plan and then get rid of him after 2 seasons. I mean, if you take the top 6 and Leicester City, Liverpool, they won the most recent trophy 10 days ago with the League Cup. Chelsea was 283 days ago with the Champions League. Leicester, 298 days ago with the FA Cup. Man City, 302 days ago, the Premier League. Arsenal 1 year, 200 days. It was the FA Cup. Man United 4 years, 289 days. Spurs 14 years, 9 days. and counting. But you can't look at that and then say, well, Rodgers isn't doing a good job. Like I said to you last season, it's one bad season. And I can't be saying that to you last season and saying, like, don't moan, it's only one bad season, and then complain about our team this season. I did a show earlier with a guy called Mick McCarthy. He's a presenter on Radio 5 Live. He does work for Talk Sport, BBC Radio Leicester, BBC Radio Sheffield.
Did you say Mick McCarthy?
No, Mike McCarthy.
Oh, Mike McCarthy. Mick McCarthy's manager.
Yeah, everybody's been to know Mike McCarthy. So, he knows his stuff. He's a Leicester fan. He's been following Leicester for ages. And he said, you look at that team and you can see the team are still playing for Rodgers. The majority of fans, if they are sensible and take the blue tinted spectacles off, have got to say, look at the season we've had, with all the injuries. And it's just, you've got to stick with him. There's no point in changing him now. We're not in danger of going down. So why change something until the end of the season? As Clinton Morrison said, I forget which game it was in, but he was commentating and he said about people criticising Rodgers, and they said, judge Rodgers when he's got a fully fit team. Don't judge him when he's got, it's about 22 injuries we've had this season, 22 injuries. Don't judge him then. And when we've got a fully fit team, what does Rodgers do? He wins the FA Cup and the English Super Cup. Oh, sorry, Community Shield, but it is the English Super Cup. So we know what he can do when he's got a fully fit squad.
Because I know he knows I call it dinner plate, sir. Right, that's why he's got to juice it up a little bit.
Yeah, it'd be different if you'd won it, mate. It'd be different if you'd won
honestly, when we won it, I was like, I don't really give a shit, to be honest.
It wasn't counted in those figures that I did for how long since people have won a trophy. We didn't include that there.
How can you call something an honour when you've shared it with your nearest rivals?
How do you mean?
We shared it one time, I think in 1993 with Tottenham. How can you say like that is,
that was silly. That was, that was totally silly. You got penalties now, so you're always going to get a winner.
Yeah.
I was actually looking back. We play Rennes tomorrow night in Europe. Now you might, if you go down to Dover, Stephen, you'll see a big stretch of water. It's called the English Channel. Yeah. And if you go over that, there's Europe. And if you're good enough as a club, you actually get in to play those teams.
Do you know how many times you've been in Europe compared to us?
Yeah, but who's in Europe now and who isn't?
I'll tell you what, how many more air miles have we done compared to you?
Yes, but that's all the day. You spent all your air miles.
This is where you'll say, you're dangerous to the environment.
That was years ago.
It's all right. We'll have the Champions League music next season. Right? What will you be having? Oh, fuck all.
When we were both in the Champions League last, who went the furthest? That was the year. That was the year a certain Arsene Wenger said that Leicester City would be embarrassing for English football in the Champions League. And I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe you lost 7-2.
Excuse me. At what point did I ever back that man?
At what point? What? Sorry.
At what point did I back that man? Because I told him I already said that I wanted him gone, even when we were trying to win a title.
But he was your manager, and he did say we would embarrass. We ended up in the quarterfinals.
We
ended up getting knocked out 7-2.
Because he employed someone like Granit Xhaka in our team. We ain't been in Europe since.
I'm saying nothing.
Dickhead.
I'm saying nothing. Hey, look, mate. It's banter, but so. We've got Rennes.
All I'm saying is just joining me at European music podcasts.
Well, I mean, Rennes is going to be difficult, I've got to admit. But they actually
gives you the shits after a while.
The only competition they've won is the Intertoto Cup in Europe, and they had to actually share that with somebody else as well. Like you have to share it with. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Anyway,
it's ridiculous. You can't do that. But Speaking of injuries that you were mentioning earlier, Jamie Vardy, we know he's been such a servant of the club. Leicester, done absolutely wondrous things for Leicester. And also he likes to score a goal against Arsenal, so obviously he'd be gutted in missing this game. I ain't.
Yeah.
Do you feel that now that the injuries are getting too often and it's time to look to someone else, that not just Daka but another option, and it's maybe time for him to go?
It was always going to happen.
Because he did,
I mean,
he
God,
did
the man
blossom
was
at
it
a very
34,
late age, didn't
35?
he? He was 28, 29 when he started hitting goals in the Premier League.
Exactly. He's now scored the most goals in the Premier League for anybody over 30.
He's been a wondrous talent in his
We
late
know. I mean,
career.
the problem is that he's not necessarily getting any more injuries than anybody else. It's just that it takes him longer to get over it because of his age. And we look at when we played. Oh my God, I forgot. In my mind, I'm getting Alzheimer's.
Jesus Christ.
When we played
forgive
Leeds.
me, I'm just sending the link to Luke because Luke
That's
can't
okay.
look back at
When
his
we
previous
played
messages.
Burnley, we brought him on and Maddison because Rodgers is such a tactical genius. They both got a goal. And that is his role going forward. I think it's, whether it's Daka and Nacho, and then for the last 20 minutes, can you imagine being a defender saying, oh my God, thank God Daka's going off. Oh shit, Vardy's coming on. That's great. And that's, I think, is going to be the role moving forward.
The problem is that he's still, to be honest, when he's fully fit, he's still got the pace to be one-on-one. You lose him one-on-one, you're done for as a defence.
Yeah.
So if you're playing a higher line and you bring Vardy on, it's like, oh fuck, now we've got to drop it. You watch everyone's back line drop back 2 yards. Managers that will read it will go drop 2 yards.
Somebody said on the chat earlier on my show, when you got Vardy in the team, you can't take your eyes off him. So he's always going to occupy one or two people.
Big up, guys, man.
Hello, Luca.
Yeah, I'm good, man. Not bad.
About 27 minutes into the stream. There you are.
Yeah. Have you got a note from your mother? You're late. Dear Stephen, Luca has not been very well today.
And anyway,
yeah.
Luca, how are you doing?
I'm good, man.
Right. What's your initial thoughts going into this game?
To be honest, right, going into this game, Leicester, yes, they have won a couple of games in a row, but against teams where they should be expecting to beat. Leeds and I can't remember the other one. Burnley, I think it was.
Yeah.
But
the one we couldn't beat.
Say that again.
The one we couldn't beat.
Yeah, but as I was saying, I'm confident we can go into this game.
Mm-hmm.
But Leicester have got players, because Leicester can actually cause us problems, because Leicester beat us at the Emirates last season 1-0. And if Brendan Rodgers goes into that game, because Leicester have not been great this season, I'm very surprised how they've been very poor this season. But no, I'm confident I'm confident we can beat Leicester. So yeah, I saw that, mate. But I'm confident we can beat Leicester on Sunday. But it's going to be a difficult game. Leicester are going to try and fight for. Well, Leicester are not getting Europa League anyway, so they'll be in the Conference League next season. So, other than that,
12 points
if they do try and get Europa League or anything Europe,
newsflash, they're 12 points off the Europa League Conference.
Say that again.
They're 12 points off the Conference League position.
Yeah.
So how are they getting it?
They can get Europa League Conference.
No way. So hang on a minute. So they can get Europa League Conference if they're from 12 points behind with 10 games to go. But if Arsenal are more than 3 points behind Man United, they can't get top 4.
Why are you compared to flipping Arsenal top 4 compared to Leicester? Talk about Leicester
because it's Arsenal and Leicester preview.
Look, I say this again, right? About Leicester, right? look, they haven't been brilliant this season. I think they've had sort of a similar season compared to us last season. Whereas, remember last season, we were like 16th in the league in that Christmas period when we had no fans in the stadium, right? And we were 4 points of the relegation. Jumped up, won a few games, right? And then we finished 8th. I think Leicester are in a sort of similar scenario, despite Leicester have got 3 games in hand, right? Personally, don't think Leicester City will get Europa League, but I'm not ruling out a Conference League. If they can keep a consistent run, starting from against us, win a few games, they can get Conference League.
I get
But
that,
if Leicester continue doing what they're doing, they won't get European football.
That's
I
great.
have a
That's
question.
great, Luke. That's great.
I have a question.
I know, and I'll let you answer in a minute, but I just want to answer this. If that's the case, then if Leicester got 3 games in hand, the same as Arsenal have got 3 games in hand at the minute, why is it that they're 12 points behind, they can still get the Conference League with their 3 games in hand? Yet with Arsenal, though we're 3 points, if we're more than 3 points behind 4th, or the person in 4th, despite our 3 games in hand on them, you're saying that we're not going to get it. That doesn't make sense.
Say that again, sorry, I couldn't hear. What?
Right. So if right, Chris is getting what I'm getting at. If Leicester are 12 points behind from Conference League,
they're 12 points.
They're 12 points. 12.
You
just looked at the table. No, look at the table. They're 12 points. They're 12 points. This is what I said. You didn't know that.
They are 12 points of Conference League.
Yeah.
Are you joking?
Yeah.
I never even realised that.
Oh my Jesus Christ. Talk about preparation.
Clip that if you want. But other than that,
mate, I'm not clipping stuff.
Yeah, but Leicester have got 3 games in hand. Depending who their 3 games in hand are.
Chelsea. Everton.
Right, let's have a look at the table, right? Because I'm using my phone, yeah? Leicester, 33.
12.
We're on what?
Look.
48.
Tottenham.
Well,
Tottenham. No. Tottenham is where the Conference League is. Jesus 45.
Christ. They're in a worse
33.
position compared to us. And Leicester City is starting to turn into a mid-table club now.
I wouldn't say that. Don't say that. Just don't. They're a better one.
Mate, but I have a question to ask for Chris. Chris is reading the book because he knows this is the Lucas Stevens show. Right?
I was just waiting for you to finish.
No,
I have a question.
Defeat the logic.
Mate, I have a question. For Chris. Since Arsenal didn't get no European football and it's actually helped them at the moment, do you think it's good Leicester finishing? Look, it's a write-off season now for Leicester anyway. Just got to try and finish as high as you can, right, if you're 12 points off. And I didn't even know you were 12 points off. I thought you were about not even far off. But I have a question. Do you feel will Leicester do a similar, repeat what Arsenal did, have no European football? I know it'd be difficult to attract, but will it help Leicester try and push? Because Leicester finished like 5th or 6th in the last couple of seasons. So,
okay, it will help any team.
Mm-hmm.
When we won the Premier League,
6 years ago,
you may remember that we've done it quite more recently than a lot of clubs. When we won the Premier League, we had no European football. Right?
Yeah, Chris, you see that? Fucking read it.
No, we didn't have any European football. Everybody around us did. We didn't particularly have very good cup runs. So yes, of course it works in your favour because you're playing less games, and of course it's working in your favour this season. The thing that you've got to work out now, though, with both Arsenal and Leicester, if you don't get European football, who are you going to attract player-wise? You know, if we win the Conference League, I'd love us to win the Conference League. It's a European Cup. That gets us to the Europa League. And if we get into the Europa League, who knows? Tillemans, he's sort of sending out a few little
Yeah, but
messages.
Tillemans, mate, if Arsenal get top 4, that's if
Chris,
they get top 4, right? No, mate. but Tillemans might want to, North London,
depending what happens, Tillemans wants to play at the top level, and that's Champions League. And I understand that, and I wish him all the best. If we don't get European football next year, I think he could be gone. He started to make a couple of little signs saying, well, things are happening at Leicester. And, he might look and say, right, who are you going to sign if you're doing this rebuilding job that Brendan Rodgers has said he's going to do? Let's see who you're getting in. But
this isn't the Leicester City I know. This isn't the Leicester City I know that's in 12.
Let Chris finish there. Please.
All right, sorry.
But but if we don't, he may decide to leave. He will only go to a top 4 or a club that's in the Champions League. If you get that 4th spot, you've got as much chance of getting him as not Man United because they won't be 4th then, but as Chelsea. But you're up against Juventus, you're up against Barcelona, Real Madrid. All these teams have expressed an interest in him, but yes, in answer to your original question, of course it does. Not having European football, we're playing today or tomorrow night, then we've got you again on Sunday. It would be a lot. Who's going to be the fresher come Sunday? Who's not going to have any knocks or anything come Sunday? Arsenal. So of course it helps, definitely.
Absolutely. But I'm just going
Well,
to
it does.
hang on. I'm just going to put. Hang on.
But the thing is, it all depends if Leicester do win. You should.
Thank you very much.
You should win the conference.
Excuse me, I'm making a point here. Thank you. I want you to talk to my chat. Thank you.
I was saying something.
Yeah, I know, but I was talking first. Right? I just need to put this in the chat. I've just put it in the chat.
I'll mention the question in my preview tomorrow.
Again, I was just putting in the chat a poll about Rodgers. I want you to answer that. Should he be sacked or not? Just a genuine question. I just wanted to see what's out there.
Could I just answer Colonel Ward there?
Yeah, I will. Let me just ask a question. If Arsenal get top 4, I'd rather get better players than Tillemans. No offense, I want my club to start shopping at Howardie. To be honest, Tillemans is not a bad player. I do rate
Tillemans is playing regularly for the best international football team in the world at the moment. If you don't think that's good enough for Arsenal, who the hell do you think you're going to get in?
Yeah, he's top quality. He's constantly in that lineup for Belgium.
Yeah. They are the number 1 international team. So who you think is necessarily any better than him? I tell you what, I would not have any Arsenal player at the moment over Tillemans. But I think come the end of the season, if he goes, he may go to you. Like I say, if you get Champions League football, he could very well go to you. Just as he could, I'd prefer him to go to, exactly, Ryan, I'd prefer him to go to Juventus or somewhere outside of England. But, we will see. Like I say, it's a long season. Depends what happens at the end. Depends what ambition Leicester have and where we finish and what we win, etc.
Right. Luca, now you can ask your question.
Right. A question was, thank you very much. Question was similar to what we just talked about even if Leicester, do you honestly think Leicester City will win the Conference League? Because, mate, you should do it because, 1, I don't really pay attention to the Conference League. 2, I don't know half of the teams. And 3, the teams are no good in there. So technically Leicester
Hang on a minute. The teams are no good in there. I think you'll find every one of those teams is better than Arsenal because they're in Europe and Arsenal aren't, mate. So be careful what you say. You have got teams. And
also, we lost to Rennes. We lost to Rennes at Rennes.
Yeah, I believe you did lose to Rennes, didn't you? You've got Roma in there. You've got AZ Alkmaar in there.
Who plays for Rennes? Who plays for Rennes? Stephen, get the Rennes roster up.
Who plays for Rennes? That's like saying who plays for Barcelona. So what?
Hang on, that's like saying who plays for Man United, but we're playing better than Man United right now. It doesn't really matter. It's how you play as a team, right?
Chris,
Before you go, we've got a super chat. Big up Anthony, right? So I've told him if he wants to call me a knob, he's got to send me £2. It costs him. He keeps doing it. So Stephen, you're a knob. Luke Jensen scored only 1 goal. It's because I've asked him about the quiz this Friday coming up for the.
You
for
think
the
I'm
stream.
Jensen just because that time? Remember right at the beginning? Was it? I can't remember. Remember that question, Stephen? You asked me a quiz about Jensen, and I said he scored over goals, and he only scored 1 goal.
You said he scored more goals than our second all-time goal scorer, Ian Wright.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Are you mad? Like, come on, like, look. Anyway, by the way, Josh, I did see you trust the process. You tell me that, but yet you said you DM me saying you Mikel Arteta out. So makes sense. But yeah, like I said, it just brings me on quickly. Charity stream Friday. We've got lead judges. We've got also Graham from AFTV. We've got
League Gunner.
League Gunner is only going to be if he is available at a certain amount of time. Right. If he is available at any point, then he said he'll pop on. But that's only an if. That's a big if. So I'm not saying that's guaranteed. So like, do not hold me to that. So, but he said only if I've got the time. So I'll send him the link in the morning. So
Turkish?
Yeah. No. I've already told you this. Right. Yeah. So loads of topics to cover. Loads of things to cover as well. Big also news about CLDF and what they do, so you know who they donate to from and what the money goes to. So please do tune in and donate what you can, whatever pennies you can afford, whether it's 10 bloody p. Don't care, even if it's just a quid. Just send it over. Do it the best way possible, which is through the Just Giving page in the link down below. It's always in our video description down below, the link to our Just Giving page, where you will see me live on camera donate at least, I think we'll be donating £50 to that to start it off. So please do so. And also, if we reach to £2,000 by the end of the day, right, we're at 1,700. If we get to £2,000, if we're 1,700 since this channel restarted, we're now at £1,700. So, which was back in August 2020. So we've done a lot of work, a lot of hard work, and yeah, it can't be done without you lot. And all I can ask you to do is just keep donating, keep following, keep liking, subscribing, keep sharing it, and also if it gets to £2,000, Marley will be bald live on camera.
Will be what?
Is it Marley? His hair is coming off if it reaches £2,000. So
I might have to donate if you say Arteta's a tactical genius and you trust his process.
Donate.
No.
Well, the offer was there. Everybody heard my offer.
You'd have to pay a pretty sum to do that.
I get what you're saying, Colonel. It's all about opinions, isn't it?
Yeah,
and that's what we love about football. We've all got opinions.
Kimmich, you're never going to get Kimmich out of Bayern. Never. It's De Jong as well. It'd be fucking. If they are players that are, you're talking 90, 100, or 80, 90 million pounds minimum to try and get them out of the club, right? Especially and you're not guaranteed, and they're going to play for a manager. They're not even guaranteed we'll make next season. Who said because we're in top 4 this season because of Man United struggles, saying if they get a proper manager in, right, are we going to be struggling next season?
Yeah, but Stephen, in fairness, you've always for you to go into the top 4, you need one of last year's top 4 to implode. I mean, when we won the league, as good as we were, we won the league. That's how good we were. But we needed Tottenham to implode, as they always do. You needed Man City. They sacked Pellegrini with 10 weeks. They announced they were sacking him with 10 weeks to go.
Can I just correct you? Tottenham just don't implode. They just be Tottenham.
Yeah. Third in the 2-horse race, mate. But you know what I mean? You need these teams to sort of, you were, I don't know what you would do, Arsenal would do, and you ended up coming second, obviously.
We didn't sign a striker. If we at least bought a striker, or maybe even a DM, we would have won.
Like I say, so don't put yourself down. You are fourth on merit.
I'm not saying that. We've done well this season. Some of the performances, though, have been very questionable. Right? And a majority of them have been questionable, and that's only because I don't sit there and go, "Oh wow, we won 4-1. Let's have a party." Right? I look at it and say, "No, we conceded that goal. If we do that against other teams, we're going to get busted." Right?
Stephen, we beat.
You've got to keep it real when you're going through a win. You've got to look at every aspect of the game, because when you play tough opposition and you play Champions League opposition, those teams will expose you in your areas that you can see from.
We beat.
That's always
Randers.
Why people.
We beat Randers.
But the problem is, Chris, is that when you do that, people always think you're fucking negative. I'm not. I'm just being realistic.
No, and I agree totally. Go back you up here, because we beat Randers 7-2. It was over 4-1 at the end of the first leg. We scored after 2 minutes after the second leg. So that was the tie over and done. And we ended up winning 3-1 in that leg. But we gave Randers 20 shots on goal. And that's Randers. Leeds, we won 1-0. We gave them 20 attempts on goal. Like you say, I don't look at these matches and think, oh, yeah, just because we've won, it's brilliant. You do have to look at the performance as well, because, you're going to come up. I mean, if we play like we played against Leeds, and we didn't play badly, but if we let you have that many shots, you're going to stuff us. We need to cut that out. I just want to reply to Luca earlier, and he was saying these bad teams that are in the in the conference. AZ Alkmaar, I think they've been in the Champions League. Ball, they've been in the Champions League.
AS Roma.
Copenhagen have been in the Champions League.
We've played
in our group
before in 2009.
Yeah, Feyenoord, Champions League. Ghent, Champions League. Rons and Roma. Yeah. There's only lads in there that's not been in the Champions League.
How do you not know Roma was in it? Everyone was saying it was going to be a Roma Spurs final.
Say that.
You didn't know Roma was in it?
Say that again, Stephen.
Did you know Roma was in it?
What?
Did you know Roma was in it?
What, Roma in it?
Yeah. Did you know they were in it?
No, I didn't. Stop springing, man. But yeah, Roma, man.
What? How is that possible? Because everyone said it was going to be a Spurs Roma final.
Don't say much, because they're now saying it's going to be a Roma Leicester final.
Hang on, but anyway, don't forget, Slavia Prague held us to a draw, right? Bunch of racist twats that they aren't. Well, hang on. I say that it's the individual that was the racist. And to be honest, there's the preview we had was with the coach, one of their coaches. He's not. So, like, as much as people love the brand, like the whole club, it's not. It's just one individual that's. That needs to be pointed out. PSV, you've got in there.
Yeah,
you've got PSV, Marseille, Basel.
Yeah. You got Leicester in there. They've been in the Champions League.
You got Feyenoord. So look at that. Look, Reece Nelson's playing in Europe. We ain't. Like, so there we are. Like, we've got plenty of teams in there that are quality teams, and some of those ties look decent, to be honest.
I'll be honest with you, I'm not confident. I would like to win it, and I think we should go at least to the semis, but I'm not confident that we will. When you look at some of those big, but then again, if you look at these teams, you think, well, if Roma were that good now, they'd be in the Champions League, and you have to take that into account as well.
Remember, by the way, Luca, I thought you were free.
What, for FIFA?
No, I thought you were free for this preview.
I am. I'm on it now.
Why are you in the car then?
I'm going home, innit?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I'm doing a nipping, mate.
I'm going to say, is it blue car versus red car?
You might as well.
Nippon?
Can I just make a point? You might as well just have the camera off because we can't see you.
I'm doing a nipping, mate.
Anyway. I'm not even going to get into it. I think you understand that Leicester team. There is a reason it got picked apart. Robert Hoof and Mes Morgan that year played like Prime Hardy and Bobby. They did, to be honest, they were quality that season.
I'm not saying we weren't. We were the better team because we won it. But had you had a prime Man City, then even with those players, we probably wouldn't have won it.
I know why, Anthony, because he wants to drive to an Arteta protest because he nearly turned to a Man U fan, didn't he? Did you hear that the other day? Shut
Me?
up.
No.
Did you hear about what he said the other day? He said the other day. No. He said the other day. Quickly, I'll tell you. He said the other day that after 2008, after Spurs were in the cup final against Man United, he said when he saw I think Spurs win it, or how well Man United were playing, he nearly became a Man United fan.
I didn't see that, but I saw some comments about him being there was one earlier about Man United fans. I mean, I think, well, him and Nippon, I just think they're a class on their own, aren't they, really?
Mate, I was like, he was like that. I was literally getting wound up, and I'm like, that's not even a joke. Like, that doesn't cross your mind. That's like someone deciding I'm going to be like, yeah, I'm a say like, for example, that's like me saying I want to become a Chelsea fan.
Tonight, Matthew, I'm going to be.
Yeah, tonight.
Can you see me now?
Yeah, I can see you now.
No, we can't. You're gone again. It would be, Del Boy. It would be a great final.
That would be a great final. Roma versus Leicester. That would be a good final.
Like I say, all I will say is we've had these little. Are we going to change our season round? When we beat Man United, we beat Liverpool. We haven't gone on and made the most of it. We beat Burnley with a good performance. We beat Leeds with a decent performance. The Randers' first leg was a decent performance, and we're starting to get the performances as well as the results. We've got players coming back. James Justin will probably be in the squad for tomorrow. Unfortunately, Fofana won't, but that's COVID, so we know he's going to be back within probably a week unless it's ready. And but Amartey's playing well, so maybe it's just all coming together now.
Carol, can I say something right? If you think I'm a Man United fan, Carol, then why do I do Arsenal streams then?
Mate, we did warn you when you said that. Like, it's that. We said to you off air. We said to you off air. You've just exposed yourself. You've got to take the heat now. You've got to take the heat.
It's just a joke.
Unfortunately, Luca, that's up there with Dan saying he pisses in the corner.
No,
these things will never get forgotten.
No, Luca. The thing is that those things that's why we said those things you never say on YouTube. You will never keep to yourself because someone could just
The problem
easily.
with people is people will never forget.
Well, that's why you don't say it on YouTube. You just
Or anywhere
don't.
on social media, let's be
Yeah,
honest.
because like
Yeah.
people will,
Mate, people already
will come
bloody
after
knew
you.
before anyway. Mate, people bloody knew before I said it yesterday on your channel anyway.
Well, how?
No, because people guessed it. People said it on Rich's channel. Other people said it in the past.
no, but Luca, this is where you take things too literally. They thought that was a joke. But when you said you nearly became
What's the
one,
difference?
it's like backing
Stephen,
their
what's
point.
the difference? No, Stephen, what's the difference? Right, let me speak, yeah? What's the difference? Sorry, yeah, what's the difference, yeah? It's nearly became a fan. Doesn't mean I'm actually a fan.
Luca, I've told you this for the last time. You never, as an Arsenal fan, think of becoming someone else.
Mate,
We don't, as any fan.
It doesn't cost your man. It doesn't cost your mind. Once you're a fan, once you're part. No, Luca, you're not. No, listen to what I am saying.
But why is Colonel Ward saying I'm not an Arsenal fan?
No, stop misinterpreting what I'm saying.
Yeah, but why
listen,
is Colonel
5 seconds,
Ward, whatever his name is, saying
if you let me shush, if you let me talk, then I will finish. Right? What I'm simply saying is, when you are an Arsenal fan, when you become an Arsenal fan, you don't think of becoming a fan of another club. It doesn't cross your mind, especially when it's a club that you've been fighting for the title, right, throughout the late 2000s, throughout the early 2000s and the late 90s, right? And one of the biggest rivals.
Yeah, but Stephen, sorry to interrupt. Why does that Colonel Ward think I'm not an Arsenal fan anymore?
Because he's now using it to have a go at you.
So there you go.
No, Luca, don't call my chat deluded, right? Because he's actually quite real. B, we warned you that when you said it. That's why you keep this stuff to yourself.
In fairness, Luke, he's having a banter.
Yeah, he's now using it. He's now using it to banter you, and that's what you're going to get.
I've got a line where
it's understandable then, but.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm reading that, and I'm only
presumably
taking it as banter.
Well,
you know, I've got some clips. I've got a clip of Mike Ward. There was a question on a quiz about a player called Fanny, and I said he got it right, and I said straight away that, oh, you like Fanny then? And he said without thinking, oh yeah, I do. So of course that's going to get clipped. That's going to get used all over the time. But I'm not saying that he's going out and jumping on every woman that he sees because he plays Fanny.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You know, it's banter. I was winding a couple of Man United fans up earlier in a chat.
The trouble is,
I didn't mean any of it.
No,
I was just winding them up.
The point is that
the trouble is
when
with
people,
me, right? The trouble with me. Let me speak, and then I'll shut up for the whole.
No. Hang on a minute. What I'm saying is, right, is that when you say things like that, people are gonna now use it to banter you. If that's what we said to you, means that it said to you, right, after our last stream, right, off air, we said people are gonna use that to banter you with, and you are just gonna have to sit there and take the heat. They will gradually forget it. They will gradually forget about it. But at the moment,
it's understandable.
Luca, let me finish. Let me finish.
If it's
No.
understandable.
Hang on a minute. It's my channel. I'll finish first. Thank you. Right. Shut up. Right. What I'm simply saying is, until it's like once that is made, people are going to spend the next week or two bantering you about it. Once you've done and when they've done their bantering about it, and you're just gonna have to sit there and take it. I'm sorry, you're gonna have to sit there and take it.
That's fine. That's fine. I'm not gonna rant about it anyway.
No, forget about it. But if you keep, do you know what the thing is? If you keep biting, which is what you're doing now, right? If you keep biting, they're just gonna keep doing it and 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 doing it. So what you need to do is just go, yeah, very funny. Very
Yeah, but
funny.
don't
That's
get
all
me
you need to do.
Yeah, I
You'll get bored
understand.
of it.
Fine. But what I'm trying to say is, Stephen, right? Here's the thing, right? Stephen, is that it's understandable, right? But people got to remember, right, that why have I got an Arsenal channel then?
They're bantering you.
If it's banter, it's understandable. Then I don't have a problem with it.
That's what I'm saying, but you're taking things too literally.
You mean seriously?
Luke, can I
No,
just
when
say
you've made that
earlier
comment,
on?
you've got to take the banter now with it.
Earlier
Because
on,
now
I
the next
said
week
that
or
I
two, you're
would
going to have to
pay
banter it.
a fiver if Stephen said that he trusted Arteta's process and Arteta
'Cause-
was a manager. If he said that, do you not think that that would not be clipped and
Yeah.
played every week and what have you? Yes,
It'd be played for the
because
next
it's
fucking month,
banter.
mate. And I'd sit there and go, yeah, it was for a bet. It was for a charity. Come on.
Yeah, you just ignore it.
Very
And
funny.
I get I did one on, I don't know if you know Jake from West Ham Unofficial. His dad is called
I think so. Yeah.
Richard Cox, and
Yeah,
I had
I've
a
heard
kind of
of
question
Cox.
in the banter
Yeah.
about a player called Chubby Cox. And so every time he came in to the chat, I played this clip about me saying about Chubby Cox. He never bit, and I'm like, oh, okay,
Chris,
I don't play it anymore.
it's like, remember the last preview we did where he got baited? You remember where he got baited and like Truguna baited him?
Oh yeah.
Well, there you go. You spent the next week having to deal with
But
that.
Stephen,
because
it's only a laugh.
it's banter. That's what I'm saying. But you're taking things too literally. The
It's
Colonel
only a
Ward's having a
laugh.
laugh.
It's not like you actually hate me or anything.
Look, that's it. I'm just having a laugh. That's
Yeah, I
what
know
I'm
you
saying.
are.
He's taking it too seriously. And there you go.
It's Banter FC, isn't it?
Yeah, you definitely are Bantam FC, trust me.
Mate, Arsenal Football Club are Banter FC, but this
No,
season Arsenal have actually proved something wrong so far. So technically, someone else is Banter FC.
basically, I keep proving you wrong. That's what you. That's why you.
And I'm not going to say which football club Banter FC anyway, so it doesn't matter. So
What?
Like I say, Luca, I was in Maisie's chat earlier, and I had Andrew Williams and I had Rich, and I started mentioning some things about Man United, and they just bit so quickly, and I just carried on. Getting back to the game, though, which is why we are here. I'll put my book down and concentrate now.
Del Boy's asked, do you think Rodgers would do a better job at Arsenal than Arteta?
It depends what players you've got. I've got to be totally honest with you. All the joking and all the banter aside, and the old Arteta, we trust the process, and we love you.
Trust the process.
We do. I mean, I don't know your performances. I don't watch Arsenal every week. You win. You could. I don't know if you're going to. Indeed,
Stephen.
Indeed. But
do you remember?
I don't know whether we would do.
Granit Xhaka was world class.
No. If you find me a clip of that as evidence, then by all means. That's because some other person who I don't even talk to now, because he apparently has got a problem with me. Which, by the way, if you actually got a problem with me, mate, fucking spell it out on DMs. Right?
We know who his name is. I'm not even going to mention it.
I'm not going to come chasing after you. Right? You can come and fucking DM me the problem. But, it's only because it's something that he said. I've never actually said it. So if you find me a clip of it, by all means.
I've got a question, right? This is about the game, right? Right. If Leicester do finish in the conference league, right? Do you feel it's a very good season for Brendan Rodgers? Or do you because personally,
I honestly don't think you can judge a manager on one season. Because, this season we've had 20 odd injuries. We didn't have those last season. You don't know what's going to be about the season before that. It was COVID. I mean, you can't say whether this is a good season because the last two weren't. You just don't know. You just don't know. At the end of the day, Rodgers shouldn't go. We shouldn't sack him. There's nobody out there that we could potentially get that would come to Leicester that would do a better job. we took Rodgers on to do a process, if you like. Sorry, Stephen, but a process of bringing some youth players through, which he is doing. He's great with the youth.
It's Project
Luke
Youth,
Thomas,
actually,
Harvey Barnes, Kieran Dewsbury Hall, same but 3 that are regular players now that have come through the youth system. But yeah, so Rodgers has got to stay. He's got to be given the chance. And everybody says, "Oh, it's his 3rd-year syndrome." Well, that was only Liverpool. And maybe if Liverpool had given him a 4th season, then he wouldn't have had his 3rd season syndrome. But
it's usually second season syndrome, not third. I've never heard 3rd season before.
But why has Brendan Rodgers done so bad for Leicester recently?
Because he's had 22 injuries.
Yeah,
we bring in Vestergaard as a cover for Fofana, who got his leg broken.
How many defensive lineups have you had this season?
Well, let me tell you. Right, I tell you what I'm going to do, because I did this earlier for a show I did. Where I say with the
you've had about 20 odd different lineups at the back, haven't you? Yeah, how are you supposed to have a cohesive back line if you're changing it every fucking week?
Yeah, but he's not changing it because he wants to.
Changing it because he has to.
Yeah, I mean, let me just. Where the hell is it? Oh, for fuck's sake, man!
Please do hit the like button and subscribe. Make sure also Chris's link is in the title of the video as well.
That's the same what I did for our
in the description.
More. So
yeah, I might come. Did you say you were coming off? I was coming on for that.
It's just you two coming on, and that's it.
Okay, could you put my name in there as well, and then I'll see if I can.
I need to put your name in.
I did. The reason, well, no. Did you put it in the title of the video?
No, I'll do that in a minute.
Go to YouTube Studio. You might want to go to YouTube Studio.
Let me do it now. Let me do it now.
Luca, go to YouTube Studio. It's the only way you'll do it.
Yeah, I'll do it now, so I don't forget. So that's it.
Don't do it StreamYard. You have to go to YouTube Studio to do it.
Somewhere.
And I'll see if I can update this one. If you haven't shared it already, please do.
I'm going to do that now.
Right.
82% say no to Brendan Rodgers being sacked. 18% say yes.
Right, I'm going to tell you.
Please do.
I'm going to list our injuries now this season. Okay. Yeah. Justin, Fofana, Soyuncu, Evans, Ricardo, Castagna, Vestergaard, Bertrand, Barnes, Maddison, Ndidi, Sumari, Vardy, Daka.
What? Are any of them lot all back for Sunday?
Nope.
Well, a couple of them are probably, but that they've not all been injured at the same time. But
who's back Sunday?
Injuries. Now, if you look at our defenders, right, that's Justin Fofana, Soyuncu, Evans, Ricardo Castagna, Vestergaard, Bertrand. That's 8 defenders that have been injured at some point this season. Brendan goes out on a Saturday or a Sunday whenever we're playing, and he has to introduce the 2 central defenders to each other because it's changing that often. They probably don't know who they're playing against. It's been, let me put it, Klopp, if Virgil van Dijk breaks a fingernail, Klopp's all over Sky saying, "Oh, I've got injury problems, blah, blah, blah." It's very true, Ryan. Rodgers hasn't come out and complained. He hasn't blamed injuries, and that's why people don't think we've got injuries. But look at all them. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14 over for a team's
and
worth
what
of
happens?
injuries.
Hang on. Yeah, and what Arteta does when we have that many injuries.
Stephen, are you available tomorrow at 5 p.m? Sorry to cut the.
Off air, please. Yeah, when we're talking about injuries and also COVID or anything like that, when he was faced with all those injuries and suspensions, right? What happened is our manager decided to lean on the authorities because he had one COVID case to get it struck off, and that's why we got 3 games in hand. Yet with Leicester, they just got on with it.
Well, no, we did have some games called off. In fairness, we've got 3 games. We've got 2 games left to play now.
I think some of those games were because they had to be called off.
Chelsea was because they had to be called off.
Yeah,
the other 2, I'm not sure who I know one is Everton. I'm not sure who the other one is. But
Well,
they
I'm gonna
were
do.
because
Sorry,
of COVID.
we're gonna go through this because I want to. I will actually post
I have
the
a
link in
question
the
to
chat.
ask, but I'll tell you after when you've done all this.
Right, I want to
It was
do.
about the injuries, but
I want to
doesn't
do the
matter.
lineups.
Yeah.
I want to do the lineups first. Chris, what is your lineup gonna be for this game?
Well, who's available?
It depends who brings a sick note in after the Rennes game.
Well, Vardy should be back.
No,
Well,
he's out.
just say you've still got the same squad for this game.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's fair. So Schmeichel in goal.
Mm-hmm.
We've got to have Luke Thomas
Thomas
at left back, 4 at the back.
Mm-hmm.
Thomas, JJ, James Justin at right back.
I'm impressed with him. Can you turn that off, please?
Sorry, mate.
Amarty
No,
and
because I don't need it
Soyuncu.
fucking struck off, please.
Now that's the back 4. Ndidi as the holding midfielder. Let me just get this right in my head. I did this earlier with Craig Lookman. Ndidi. Yeah. Right, so Schmeichel in goal. Going across the back from the left, Thomas, Soyuncu, Amarty, who's brilliant this season, JJ.
Yeah.
Can't decide whether to go with KDH or Tielemans. Tielemans hasn't been on his best form of recent, but he needs 2 minutes. Look at the FA Cup final; he can change a game. Or Kieran Dewsbury Hall, who will just run at you and run at you and run at you. Indeed, in the middle, and Maddison on the right, and then Barnes and Lookman either side of Daka in the middle.
Okay, not bad. Luca, what are you going to go with?
Lineup wise,
you can't have any Leicester players in there, or Man United players in there, mate.
Well,
Could do a combined 11, to be honest, if you really want to. Go on quickly.
Right, Ramsdale in goal. Cedric.
Well, very quickly, just while you said Ramsdale, I believe he's trying to butter up to Vardy to come and play for Leicester.
He is. But Vardy's not available, so Vardy ain't going to score against Arsenal. So
nobody was saying how much he admires Vardy. I think he wants to come and sign
nothing
for us.
to do with it. Anyway, Luca. You're
right. Ramsdale in goal. Cedric, Ben White, Gabriel, Tierney, midfield. Partey, Xhaka, Odegaard. This is difficult now. Saka, Martinelli, Lacazette, and Smith Rowe on the bench. And have Smith Rowe ready for the game against Liverpool on Wednesday next week.
Right, okay. I would go with... I'd play... If it was me, I wouldn't play Saka. I'd save him for the Liverpool game. I would play Ramsdale.
I was going to ask you a question about that.
Ramsdale, Cedric, because he's going to be needed for the person I want to play in front of him.
I wouldn't risk Tommy Yasu in this game. Get him ready for that Liverpool game.
Please, thank you. Gabriel, White, Tierney, then Xhaka, Partey. I don't think Lokonga can really do this, to be honest. Pepe on the right, so it gives Saka a rest for the Liverpool game. I would put Smith Rowe on the left. I'd put Odegaard in the middle, and I'd put Lacazette up front. Right, that or Martinelli up front, because then also if you do leave Laka up front and you rest Martinelli and Saka, you've got pacey wingers for the Liverpool game that are fresh and fit to play. So yeah, that's my take on what I would do for this game. Because you've got to consider that. I mean, it is going to be difficult for us to beat Liverpool, but the only way we could do that is park the bus and have two pacey wingers as outlets. Hence why I want Martinelli and Saka as fresh as anything so they can run their socks off. So that's what I would go with. Score predictions. Let's Chris, what are you going to go for? No, just put the link in the chat.
It's for both our sides. It depends which team is going to turn up,
and we need a bit of revenge against Leicester because they beat us at the Emirates last season. So we'd like to do a double over Leicester.
What? So. That's anyway. You were saying
you have got the record. I mean, you've won 18 times to our 5. So let's not say we're not going there with a lot of hope. To be honest with you. It depends which Leicester turn up, but then it also depends which Arsenal turn up. It could be that Arsenal not lost in 5, you suddenly go and lose to us, and then you'll go and beat Liverpool. That's the sort of season you're having. Obviously, I'm not going to go against my team. If he gave me a point now, I'd probably take it, but I am going to go 3-1 Leicester.
Wow. You think Leicester are going to score 3?
Why not?
3?
Wow.
We'd have scored. I mean, it depends what form. If Ramsdale hadn't been on form in the last game, we'd have got a couple more against you.
They battered us the last time we played them. So, to be honest,
we beat them 2-0. We beat them 2-0. We battered them in the first 20 minutes.
Yeah, and then Ramsdale decided to have the match of his life.
At what point does the game last 20 fucking minutes?
It doesn't.
They spent 70 minutes battering our door down. After we scored the second goal, they battered our ball. After they scored the second goal, they were battering they were using a battering ram to try and get past us.
We had 16 shots to your 9 in that game.
Yeah, so they were battering us, Luca.
We had more touches, more passes, more tackles.
Yep.
You had more clearances than us, which backs it up.
It tells the story. We were getting smashed in that game.
But you had a great goalkeeper who turned up on the day, and
but the thing is, Leicester beat us last season because we had no fans in the stadium, in the home support. And
that's got nothing to do with it.
I'm not just saying that, but Leicester were very good, and Vardy did what Vardy did, but brought him off the bench and done it. But we have a good record at the Emirates against Leicester, but Leicester also haven't lost at the Emirates for a couple of results because the Jew won once, I think it was a couple of seasons ago, and then Leicester won at the Emirates 1-0, and Leicester got a good record. Leicester have done well at the Emirates recently, but we've got a good record at the Emirates. So,
in those 30, we've played 31 times in the Premier League.
Yeah.
In those 31 games, you've won 18, we've won 5, and there's 8 draws. You have won 12 at home. We've won 1 away.
And that was last season.
If you're neutral, which way are you going to go with that? I know which way I'd be going if I was a neutral.
I'm sorry. If I was a neutral, I was saying in that game, why Leicester equalised or at least win the game. Anthony. Honestly, I can't believe I put that comment up. To be honest,
Anthony, you don't come out with anything like that on Sunday when we're doing the watch along.
Please don't. Yeah, please. Did you want to do a quick combined 11 before we wrap up, Chris?
Do you want to do what, sorry?
Do you want to do a combined 11 before we wrap up?
To be honest with you, no, because I don't really know your players well enough. I'm not going to lie. So I couldn't.
I know we could. I'm sure we can do something. To be honest.
I mean, looking at that,
I don't know too much about how your players have been playing this season. But I would also probably, if I'm not, I'll probably just do it on rating rather than just form. because
Yeah,
obviously
we
the amount
could
of
have a
injuries.
go, like I say, but bear with me. And I'm not
Yeah,
being
no.
disrespectful, but I just don't know,
Yeah, it's
past a
fine.
couple
It's
of players,
fine.
how good your players are.
It's
you
all
know.
right. You know me. I say it as it is.
Yeah.
If I think a player's good enough, then, he should go. If he's not, he's not. So, what formation do you want to play? 4-2-3-1 on this?
I'll go with that.
No, because I'd probably go
I'll
for me. I'd be going 4-3-2-1.
Mm-hmm.
But it's whatever. If we're doing a combined 11, it doesn't really matter, does it? Because we're just comparing those positions. So I always find if we're doing it, the easiest one to compare is a 4-4-2. To be honest with you.
Yeah, actually, do me a favour, just talk for 5 minutes. My Google Chrome's just crashed.
Yeah, sure.
So give me 2 seconds. I might have to nip out and nip back on again.
Not a problem.
Sorry.
So Luca,
Hello.
what was your score prediction?
I'm going to go for 2-1 Arsenal. I think we'll win this game. I'm very confident against you lot. You lot are not playing very well at the moment.
No.
It all depends on the day. And who's actually back for Leicester on Sunday? Out of those players you mentioned.
We got JJ back.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, the team that I mentioned, I mean, Vardy, we're not going to get Vardy. He is injured, and Fofana is injured.
Harvey Barnes?
Yeah, he'll be in there. Maddison,
yeah,
Daka, and JJ. He can't wait to get him back. He's just signed a new deal. Ricardo, who a couple of seasons ago everybody was raving about and everybody wanted him, he's just signed a new deal. And of course, it's great that we're looking at these, and some players are wanting to stay with us.
Right. So you wanted a 4-3-3, didn't you?
But I'm going 2-1 Arsenal.
Okay. I'm going 3-1 Arsenal.
3, lovely.
What do you mean, bloody hell?
You really think we're going to score 3 against them?
Yes.
We'll get 2.
What are you on about?
We'll see. So.
Oh, and did you know? I should just point out as well, Fofana, who everybody was going mad about, and suddenly after we bought him, everybody wanted him, has just signed an extension to 2027 as well.
Do you know any time would he be back?
He would have been back tomorrow if it hadn't been for his COVID. Are we picking fit players here?
No, just do it on basic rating because you've got so many injuries this season. So just how they rate as a player. So, did you want 4-3-3?
I would go first. I think the easiest way of doing it is 4-4-2 because most players will fit into that formation in some way or another.
It's just that I swear you usually play 4-3-3. That's why we usually do 4-2-3-1 because that's how Arsenal play.
The thing is, though, I'm happy to go with that. I mean, all these are changed during the game anyway, aren't they? They're never.
Yeah. So make sure you hit the like button and subscribe. Do tune and join in by give us your take on. So Schmeichel or Ramsdale?
For
That's
me,
a tough one.
Ramsdale.
It is a very, very tough one because look how Ramsdale played against us earlier in the season. I would only go for Schmeichel simply because he's been better over longer years.
Wow.
Yeah, he's got a point with that one. If we're going on that, if it was form, it would be Ramsdale. But on the basic rating of the player, you'd probably have to say Schmeichel.
I think so because of he's an international. He got to semi-finals of the Euros.
Who's his? So's Ramsdale now. He's not getting in that
He's
England
not
side.
first choice, though, is he? I mean,
No.
if we're just going on this season, you'd probably have to. I mean, at the end of the day, you make the decision. I'm just putting forward. Ramsdale is an excellent goalkeeper. He made a worldy save against us in the first game. But just if we're comparing on, what they've done so far, and I know Schmeichel's older, but for me, Schmeichel's done more.
Yeah.
If you like, over time.
Right back. Who have you got on the right back area for Leicester?
We've got Ricardo.
Ricardo Pereira.
Yeah.
Or Tomiyasu.
I don't know your player as a well.
I would have to say Tommy, to be honest.
I mean, Ricardo is a Portuguese international.
I think Tommy's
he can get
Japanese
forward,
international.
He's got a goal in him.
Ours is more defensive, to be honest. He does his defending duties really well, and he did so when he was in Italy. Yeah, for me, I would have to say Tommy on this one. What do you say, Luca?
That's fine. Yeah.
Luca? Big up, Miss Mel. Yes, Miss Mel. The link's in the chat. Links in the tart description as well. So thanks for doing that. Miss Mel, right, I'll just gotta say, right, this is her and Bargav who have been
big up.
Two. Right, let me finish. Big up, I want to big up you, Miss Mel, and Bargav, because for the both of you, it's down to you two that we've got this charity stream on Friday, organising the guests, planning the stream out, planning the topics to do, right? All the organisation, especially with the fact that I've been having to cope with so much other crap recently, so I can't thank you enough for everything you've done for this channel and everything you've done for me, and you do for the charity. So, like, big up yourself and
big up Mel, big up Bargav, man. Big up, man.
The links in the chat all the time, Miss Mel. You're always welcome on in any point. But yeah, I'd have to go Tomiyasu on this one.
Yeah, like I say, I'm not going to argue with any of them because I said I don't know him well enough, and it's very easy for me to say,
left back.
If Pierre's fit, then JJ would then go onto the left. Thomas is excellent, but JJ, it was his position until he got the injury. If he hadn't been injured, he would be going to the World Cup. I honestly believe that.
But is he better than Tierney? No. Not for me. Tierney's my guy, to be honest. That's probably the only bias I have. Like,
it's your channel. It's your channel.
I'm sorry, Tierney's got to go there. Tierney's just...
I'm going to get one in a minute, I know.
You're going to get... No, I mean, Ben White's not going in this team, so you can have one of them, trust me. But Soyuncu, I would put in...
I would put in
there. Who would you put in there?
I was going to let you have that position for Arsenal, to be honest with you. So Soyuncu at the moment is just having a bad season. It's easy for me on the right defensively.
If we're going on just basic rating, I'd love to have Gabriel and Fofana.
I would want Fofana in there. Definitely. Luca's on the be right back, I think.
Oh, okay, no worries. I hope so. I remember last time he said that.
We may not see him for 2 weeks.
I hope.
Is he just on? He's on the phone renewing his Man United season ticket.
No, it's because he
banter.
Last time I was on the stream, he was in a party chat with Reese doing FIFA, and he said, "I'm going away for 10 minutes. I'll be back in 10 minutes." And then we messaged him about half an hour later after Doug stepped in to do a couple of games. We were like, "Where are you?" And he went, "Oh, I've gone to the pub, or I've gone out." And I'm like, "You've just fucked his stream up. Are you mad?"
Oh, you gotta love him. You gotta love him. But yeah, you can have, as I say, Soyuncu.
Gabriel's got to go in there.
Yeah.
Gabriel.
Either way, I think we should both be glad that we haven't got Maguire.
Yeah.
And do you? I mean, Fofana's more right-sided. If I'm honest.
Actually,
but
right.
Are you not impressed with Ben White? 50 million?
Fuck off. No.
Okay. I'll take that as a no. I'll take that as a no. Don't sit on the fence with it, Stephen.
No, I'll get splinters. Ndidi?
Centre midfield, defensive midfielder, Ndidi every day for me. Yeah.
Ndidi's got to be in there. Now, here's the tough one. Partey or Tielemans?
I'd have Ndidi in the centre because, like I say, he's defensive. So I'd kind of have Ndidi in the centre there. If we're going on present form, I don't know if Partey's playing well. Tielemans isn't having the best. Well. Isn't having the best, and I'd go for Partey because, in fairness and honestly, we kind of left Tielemans out of our squad earlier. So
on the right, you've got Saka, or you've got who's on the right for Leicester.
On the right,
who would usually be your top player on the right?
Lookman is probably going to be there.
Well, actually, before we do anything, I don't care about the recent. Like, people are going on about recent stats, yet Maddison's better than Odegaard.
Well, we know that.
Well, yeah. Someone put up some stats that were about, I think, what, passes or anything. And I'm like, yeah, well done. He's done that in the last few months. But I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Right, Maddison's got more goals and assists. So what you on about?
If you're putting Maddison in, please put Ndidi in the middle and Maddison to the left.
Oh, you put Maddison to the left?
Yeah.
But I was going to...
Only to accommodate Partey. But Ndidi, that's not his position. Like I say, he's sat in front of the front four. In the centre is Ndidi.
Okay, I'll tell you what we can do. If we switch to a single pivot.
Yeah.
Right. Then on the right.
For me, Lookman.
Lookman or Saka?
I mean, to be honest with you, I'm tempted with Perez, but, no, I don't think, we'll leave Perez out this time. Oh, I do remember your Maddison take, Melina. I waited for you to start with the Tielemans one. Yeah, Lookman is, if we don't buy him at the end of the season, something is wrong.
Right, Dako, hang on, before you do that, Dako or Vardy up front? It's not Lacazette.
Dako or Vardy? It's got to be Vardy. It's just got to be Vardy. Dako's still getting used, I think, to the Premier League. He plays better in Europe. And, yeah, I've got to have...
look, they even made a special Conference League one for you.
All right. At least it's Europe, mate. Don't knock it.
Let's have a look. Right. What about on the left? On the left?
On the left, it's got to be for me Harvey Barnes.
or Martinelli?
Again, you know, if you're telling me Martinelli is having a great season and what have you, I don't know enough to argue. I would go with you. But for me,
Martinelli.
I'd sooner have Barnes in the team than probably Lookman.
Martinelli's got to be in there for me. He's been incredible.
Fair enough.
Nippon, I'll get you on in 5 minutes.
You can't put James Maddison in there, then. I'm joking.
He's back.
He is in there.
I thought you. I'll tell you what, Luca. That was a bloody long shit.
Luca,
I had a shower, mate.
why are you having a shower?
So yeah, really. So
why are you having a shower in the middle of my live streams? I'm glad you think it's funny.
that's getting clipped.
Bye. Sorry, no, man.
Was he? He's got to be joking, hasn't he?
No, he's not.
He didn't have a shower that quickly. If he did, he didn't wash himself properly.
I'm sorry, but like, I wouldn't do that to him.
You don't. No, I agree. You don't do it. But
sorry,
it does make me
I'm
think
not
he was joking. Right. If you're having Martinelli, I would push.
Barnes on the right, but Saka
never really played on the right. It's Lookman that's more on the right.
It'd have to be Saka then, wouldn't it? Lookman, is he having?
I probably can't argue with you there. Saka, I think, probably over Lookman.
Can't have Saka with that. Right, I'll have a go at me now, but I don't care. I'm sorry.
It's your stream. You pick
I wasn't having that. I wouldn't do that to him.
Oh no, that I agree. No, I mean
I'm really
Saka over Lookman. I couldn't argue with that.
Do you know what? He's going to be on twice for the charity stream. I'm tempted to find someone else now. Yeah, that's really.
I just remember, I tell you what I'm going to do. Look, I tell you what I'm going to do, Stephen. And you're going to have to allow me to clip it. I'll go up to £10 if you say that you trust the process and Arteta is a brilliant manager and you hope that he signs a new contract and stays at Arsenal.
Big up, Napun. How you doing, man?
I'm good. How are you? Chris, how the devil are you?
I'm all right, Nippon. How the devil are you?
I'm good. Luca. Oh, Luca's gone.
Hmm?
Did you just go for Brendan Rodgers over Arteta, Stephen?
Yes.
No, I was going to go with Arteta. You know what?
Mate, is it mate?
I kind of knew
£10. It's got to be more. You gotta be raising the stakes on that.
Jesus Christ! You honestly debating between who's better out of Mikel Arteta and Brendan Rodgers?
Brendan Rodgers.
Come on, give me a break, man.
Nippon, Brendan Rodgers is a decent manager.
Who is?
Brendan Rodgers is a good manager.
And that's what I'm saying. Why are you bringing Mikel Arteta into the conversation?
I was trying to wind Stephen up.
He was trying to wind me up. That's all he's doing. Like, that's what he's trying to do.
Nah, Brendan Rodgers is clear.
I'm going for Arteta. Wow, Mel.
It's a big call, Mel. You off me Christmas card?
No! You trusting the process then, Mel?
No,
you know what? I'm on for it. Arteta in. You know what? Sign the thing. Arsenal back. Arteta's at the wheel. At the wheel. Oh, Arteta's at the wheel.
No, it doesn't work. Just no singing on the stream.
It only works for Ollie.
Yeah, just don't sing on stream, please. God. I love my viewers.
Oh, come on, all in the name of banter. You've got to have a bit of banter,
so
man.
I am trusting them. Mel, trust him when he gets in the title race.
Come on, Mel, come on the line and say that, Mel.
Come on, man. Do it when
No,
he's in the
get
title
yourself
race.
on the stream right now.
No. And no. But anyway, Nipun, what do you want to say about this game, mate? Before we wrap up.
Look, it's going to be a tough game.
Mhm.
But something tells me you guys are going to win.
Which
Okay.
are you guys?
Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Being a rival
Which-
fan, I hope Leicester City absolutely batter you guys.
Mm.
But I just think you guys are going to win.
Ah, okay. I see you saying that
But,
Arsenal win, so.
yeah, but yeah. Should I go with my head or my heart?
Thing is, Nip, and I suppose, Leicester, with where we are in the country, we're more of a rival to you than Arsenal, aren't we?
Wait, no. Highbury, sorry, not Highbury. Ashburton Grove is about 10 miles from Stamford Bridge.
Mm.
The King Power is 95 miles from Stamford
But
Bridge.
your logic the other day in the stream, and you were going, I give up. I'm trying to banter, and I give up. It's a fail. I failed.
The problem. No,
I could just say,
you give the banter. It's just the problem is that sometimes it gets taken too literally. That's the end of the problem. But anyway, like, what do you feel about Nippon with Rodgers? Because we put that in the chat about should he go or should he stay? Do you feel he's still the right man for Leicester
Look,
to
man.
rebuild the squad?
Look, man, the thing is not whether should he go or should he stay. The question is, if he goes, who will replace him?
Good point.
He's honestly the best option you have right now.
I'm still waiting for Mel to come on and justify what she's saying. Like,
Thing is,
an
Nippon,
injustification.
we can't afford to keep swapping managers all the time and paying them, 20, 30 million here. And we are Leicester. We're not going to get a Den Haag.
How long does he?
Like that.
Hang on.
Ten Hag is going to Man United.
Possibly. But what I'm saying is, for who is available to us, I'm happy with Rodgers. I don't think we could get anybody better because we're looking for the youth. We're looking, at the training and bringing the youth players through, and that's Rodgers' expertise, as he was when he was at Chelsea.
Yeah, he used to be Mourinho's assistant.
Yeah, did he want to be in charge of the youth team as well or something?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know if you can check contracts online, but how long does Unai Emery have left on his contract at Villarreal?
No idea.
No idea. I just sent Mel the link. I just sent you the link, Mel, on Insta. But yeah, look, I still think Rodgers can rebuild that team. But hang on, just for a sec. I do feel though, Ten Hag could be an answer as well if you're looking to youth because he does deal with young players. But will he want to come to Leicester? That's the big question. But anyway, we're gonna bring on Mel.
Hi everyone.
Yourself.
Nice to see you all again after a long time.
Long time
Chris,
to see you, Mel.
1 second, Chris. I hope we battered the life out of Leicester City.
By the way, Mel.
And I'm going to burn my Toronto shirt live on air.
Before I start, Mel, I want to say to everyone, thank you to Mel and also Bargav. Right, because it's down to them that we have got this stream planned for Friday and all the work that's been gone into it.
Thank
It's
you,
all
Steven,
down to Mel.
I'm looking forward to it, but it wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for your cause and what you do the streams for. So Looking forward to it on Friday.
Steve, I have offered to make a donation to this, and Stephen's turning it down.
You're gonna have to raise it. No, I'm not
I did.
saying
I
it.
doubled it to £10.
You got to double it.
It's been a while, Melina.
I'm out of work. You know?
Hi, Nippon.
All you got to do is say,
I haven't spoken to you in ages.
And Arteta is an amazing manager, and you wish you sign a new contract.
No, honestly, I wasn't trolling. I'm actually being serious. I think he's made a lot of progress. And you know, progress is something that's slow and steady. And you know, at the start of the season, when we had COVID and injuries, yes, every team was affected by COVID and injuries, but the first 3 games for us was a write-off. For some reason, we couldn't, you know, Brentford, Man City at the Etihad, we got slapped. To be in that 4th or 5th spot now, near the end of the season,
everywhere they go.
Hang on. To be near the end, like top 4 and top 5 by now, near the end of the season, I still say consistency and continuity. That's a big thing that matters. And you know, we've come back and won games. The thing I will say is when he sent out players on loan, like the likes of Ainsley Maitland-Niles and William Saliba to Marseille, I think, you know, he had a long-term vision that, you know, sending them out on loan will develop their character. Something that I know Nippon can understand this because Chelsea, Callum Hudson-Odoi is a really good footballer, but unfortunately this season he hasn't been up to par with, you know, the potential that he has. And if Chelsea had loaned him out, he would have developed his character and developed.
He's been dog shit.
And became a stronger footballer.
Dog shit.
But right now, I am serious that I'm actually backing him, and I think, you know, the summer I want to see, you know, what are we gonna do? We got rid of a lot of our deadwood that Man United have still yet to do. Compared to their situation, that January window, yes, we didn't sign anyone. We signed someone random named Trusty the Process and Matt Ryan, the American goalkeeper, or Matt Turner, sorry. And I think, you know, the January window, not a lot of teams sign people. No one's going to leave mid-season anyway. So we got rid of a lot of our deadwood. And in the summer, I want to see, you know, what are we going to bring to the table? Who are we going to sign as the replacements for the likes of, you know, El Neni and Xhaka, who will be leaving the club? And whether you like it or not, I'm going to say it here. People like Lacazette and Xhaka, although, you know, they shouldn't be here any longer past this season, they do help to build the dressing room together and act like leaders on the pitch. And even players like Bukayo Saka have come out publicly and said that themselves, that they've been impacted by, you know, the senior players. And I know Xhaka is a red card merchant, but he's hot-headed, hot-tempered, like Guendouzi, similar to the Guendouzi mindset. But I think in the dressing room, those senior players make an impact. And you can see, as a Leicester fan on this panel right now, he's seen it from the start that Arteta is making progress for us. And he told us, like he told me way back when you know, Arsenal, because I was on his stream when we were down bad and he was taking the mick out of me. But now the tables have turned. And,
how the tables have turned.
And Leicester, although they're not near relegation zone, but
that's very hurtful, Mel. I don't think
but no, I do believe he's made progress though.
About
you can't
Arsenal.
To discredit him and say that he didn't make progress. Yes, we have no European football. That happened. I understand that. We bottled the Europa League. That is what it is. But what are you gonna do to make up for it? Are you gonna, you know, do a Pochettino? Are you gonna do Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? Are you gonna do Ralph Rangnick right now? You know, they have a lot of dressing room issues with their senior players as well. And at least now I see the direction of where the club wants to go, and I'm backing that.
Right. That's fine.
I'll just say, if I can, on the back of that, as a neutral. Like I said, I don't think any manager in one and a bit season can do what he wants. He had to come into Arsenal, and yeah, you know, banter. I did think, you know, they were going to rename, you know, Arsenal BBC TV Pointless Show after 3 games.
Oh my God.
But yeah, look where you are now. You know, you totally. He's turned it round. He's had to get rid of a few players. He's had problems. He's put his foot down. You're in 4th, and I think you're going to get that 4th place. I really honestly do. I hope you don't, get 3 more points on Sunday. But honestly think he is slowly turning it around. And if you give him time, I think he could be a good manager for you.
Look,
Melina, how
Yes.
shameless are you going to? How shameless are you and Steve going
If we
to
beat
be?
Leicester, I'm gonna go on Leicester Till I Die TV first off the bat and share and tell Chris what I feel about the match. Just like I did last
not
time.
that, not that.
Hang on.
No, I was going to say something different.
If we get into Champions League?
No, if you beat us to third. If you beat Chelsea
I
to
don't
third
see
place.
that happening. I think third is a stretch. Because Chelsea have a good run near the end of the fixtures, so I don't see that happening. I know Reece James is out injured again, but you still have quality players, even off the bench, to make an impact for you guys. I know your attacking threat is something that you're still lacking this season, but you have a very strong team. So I just want to get back into Europe somehow in that top 4 spot, and next season see how we can improve further from there.
Sorry, I just want to also now to say is that that's fine, and I get the points that have been made. For me, I got rid of a manager because I was fed up with finishing fourth, and fourth, though it would be nice, is not it's not the goal I have for this manager or any manager. So in the end, like, if a manager should stay at Arsenal, if we are progressing to challenging for a title in the long run, and
correct, but that takes time. Rome wasn't built in a day, and top four isn't a trophy. You're right, absolutely right.
What I'm saying is that if he gets top 4, and what I've said is that if you still give me the opportunity to go get Ten Hag, I'd go and take it right now. Same with if Conte decided to leave Spurs, I'd probably take him as well.
I don't agree with that. I disagree.
Well,
Conte's washed, man.
No, he's not. He's not.
I agree with Nippon.
He's not.
Look. Do you honestly think he'll look?
Nippon.
Do you honestly think?
This is Spurs.
Look,
this is Spurs.
No, Steve, listen.
No, Nippon,
I know
it's Spurs.
No, listen, Steve. Put your agenda aside for one second.
It's not. It's not. Everywhere he's gone.
Steve.
Steve. No, Nippon. Like, every time. Look at the
I might as well get a Fofana kit myself at this point.
No matter what.
Steve.
No, just let me finish.
Guys, just talk about it off air. Bloody hell.
I was talking and you interrupted me, to be fair.
Oh my gosh.
No. What I'm saying is, right, he's not finished because every manager, right, has gone to Spurs and fucked up because it's Spurs.
Look,
it's
Steve,
Spurs.
Guys, Chris is live on here with you guys.
Steve,
don't forget that.
Listen to me.
Let's wrap up the stream.
Steve.
Do
you not think he'd call out Arsenal's deficiencies? You know how he's calling out? You know how he's calling out Tottenham's board for lack of ambition? Do you not think he would do that with Arsenal? Realistically, do you not think he would do that with Arsenal?
Yeah,
but calling it out on live TV doesn't change anything. It's not productive.
And it's not going to change anything if he'd go to Arsenal.
That's what I'm saying, Nippon. I agree with you that I don't want Conte.
I'd still, if you give me, that's why I said also, if you take Ten Hag, I'd take him. If we decide to get rid of
he's going to United.
You don't know that yet.
But anyway, I think we should wrap up the stream. Chris looks tired.
Look, the only thing I'm gonna say is that, like, I get where some people are coming from, but until what I've said is that if we get Champions League football, I'll bite my tongue for a season. I'm not backing it because in the end, my ambition is to win the league. Once we're in a title race, which should be not next season, maybe next, unless we actually were that ambitious in the transfer window this summer, it'd probably be the next season. the next season, progression for me would be if we won a cup and we'd actually secured fourth comfortably, right, and not been in a massive fight for it. That would be progression, and then going for the league should be in the next season. If he isn't doing that if he's not doing that next season, right, then again I'm gonna call it out, because in the end, just getting Champions League football is not enough. But what I've got a feeling is we'll get Champions League football and everyone will cover the cracks, because we ain't done it in so many years.
Look, you can get fourth place, but there's one thing you won't do with Mikel Arteta. You will not win the league with Mikel Arteta as manager.
There
I'm
you go,
sorry.
mate.
You are not winning the league with Mikel Arteta as manager. When you have the likes of Klopp, Tuchel, and
see,
and
Nitish,
Pep in
you have
front
to
of
use
him.
this. Why is it?
Guys,
here you
it's
go.
almost 2 hours.
Hang on, look. This is the point. We have to go on about his fucking hairstyle.
Nah,
rather than his
Nitish was
actual
just trolling. Obviously, he's trolling. Come on.
You know what I mean? Like, talk
I'm
about
not
his
trolling.
managerial skills.
I'm telling him cold hard facts. I'm telling cold hard
No,
facts.
I said Nitish is trolling with the hair comment.
Oh, Nitish. Oh, I misheard.
Like,
Sorry.
man, come on. Like, Chelsea won't really leave with Tuchel either. That's a good point.
Yeah, we won't. But at least we'll give it a go.
If you're driving, can you turn that off, please? That come off.
Yeah, I was at a red light.
Yeah, but you're still in control of the vehicle.
Fair enough.
Anyway, we're gonna have to wrap it up there. First of all, Nippon, thanks for coming on. Chris, I know it's been very long.
No problem.
Thanks for coming on, man. I really do appreciate it.
No, that tenner's there for you, Steve. You know what you got to say.
Double it, I'll consider it.
I'm not working. I'm on benefits.
I swear you're a journalist. Chris.
No, I've never been a journalist.
No, but
you write a piece. You write. I've seen your writing in the BBC.
Afterwards, I've got to.
Yeah, as a blogger.
Nippon, I've got to end the stream, right? So, like, where can I find you, Nippon?
Okay. In his car at some traffic lights.
You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on the road anywhere in the world. Yeah, you can find me on Instagram at N with 4 I's and 3 U's. You can find me on my other Instagram at Nippon Reviews Cuisines. You can find me on Twitter at at the Nippon Sharma and NS Sports 93. And finally, you can find me on Twitch at Sharma Talks Lifestyle, and you can find me on YouTube at at NS Sports TV and the British Lifestyle Blogger.
Wicked. Chris, where can I find you, man?
After tonight, just look out your window, look at any tree, and you'll see me hanging there. Joking aside, on YouTube, Leicester Till I Die TV, on Twitter, as it says there, at Leicester TID, and on Instagram, Leicester Till I Die 1.
Wicked. Mel, where can I find you apart?
Thanks for having me on your stream. More importantly, thanks for Chris for making the time to come on the preview today. Really appreciate that. And be sure to support my fellow friends, Steven, Chris, and Nippon's channels. They do great content and a lot more frequently than I do, but my channel is focused around Arsenal and FPL, and it's Miss Melina. And I just got monetized recently.
Yeah,
so I'm
congratulations
really
on that, Melina.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
And I look forward to doing a lot more content.
How many is that now? Sorry? Just say that again, because they was talking over it. So how many is that again now? Subscribers?
Oh, I'm at 2.3K.
Oh, it's going well, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to go to 2.5K, but slow and steady wins the race, just like Mikel Arteta.
Boom! You got it in there. Boom! Yes.
I'm so disappointed in you, Mel. I thought we were friends.
But that's a wrap.
Anyway,
That's all, folks.
right. So yeah, you can also find me at Mel's place, like sort of educating her, like like of what it takes to be a manager. You can find me. You can find me here on SFeatleyTV as usual. Also the F1 channel, SFeatleyF1. Tomorrow morning is the first official test session, so we will be doing a watch along to that on SFeatleyF1. So tune into that. We will also be doing it in the afternoon if I get back in time. So make sure to check out for that as well. I'll be on. I might be on Luca's channel at 5 p.m. And anyone that was watching, I do apologise for that, but I don't. But there you go. But yeah. You can also find us, obviously, my Twitter handle, SFeatleyTV, which is the channel's SFeatleyF1, SFeatleyF1 on Twitter. Same on Instagram as well. And also, you can find me on Instagram at Stephen Featley, which is my personal one, and my other personal one, which is at SFeatley on Twitter. But yeah, until then, everyone stay safe, stay well, and peace, not war.